What is up, Nerds Nation? Welcome to the Effin' Nerds podcast. My name is Nick Denizio, and sitting across me is my dude, Martin Moreno. What's up, man?
None. Hang in there.
Another day in this quarantine?
Another day in this quarantine. Same old, same old. Drinking some claws. Ain't no laws in their nation.
Ain't no laws. Bro, you like my shirt?
I love your shirt. It's fucking awesome.
Bro, what does it say? You gotta read it in Ar's voice, though.
Oh, man, you're putting the pressure. Okay. Let me.
Bro.
Don't be an ass. That's terrible. What else? What's the bottom part? Okay, your laptop's covering it. Oh, stay inside.
Yes. Bro, this is now the official shirt of quarantine. Yes. I think every show we do, I think I'm going to wear this shirt.
It's going to be like a cartoon.
It's going to be like a cartoon.
Should I wear the same thing too?
I think you should wear the same thing.
Okay, I'll wear the same
thing. I'm not watching this, though.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
You have to deal with it.
That's fine. My beanie's starting... Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, so let's get into this. We are here today to review Extraction, the new Netflix movie starring Chris Hemsworth, directed by Sam Hargrave. I was actually really excited for it because we haven't seen like a new movie in God knows how long. I think since when we saw Onward and The Way Back. That was the last time we actually saw like a brand new like movie.
Like everyone.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you're right. Of course.
So I was really pumped for this. And we watched it the other night. And what did you think about it?
I'm going first?
Yeah, you go first, bro. Tell me about it.
Okay. I like the action.
Okay.
I thought the action was really well done. I applaud its ambitiousness of, like long tracking shot. I know I kind of read up on it after we saw the movie, and I kind of just agree with the general consensus of how, the action's great. But overall, I did, it was a fun watch. Mm-hmm. And I will probably go back and revisit some of the movies just because I do really love stunts, and I thought the stunts were really well done. Mm-hmm. I thought the fighting sequences were very genuine, very fluid. It looked very visceral, and I really did enjoy how everything kind of played out from like a stunts perspective and an action perspective. So, but yeah, just some of the writing for me was just a little.
All right, we'll get to the writing. Let's discuss the action because the action is fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It's probably my favorite action scenes since like the John Wick franchise. Just in terms of, and you could tell it was directed by a stuntman because there's just something about like watching it, and it has just like this aggressiveness and like this realism. Like the first fight that Chris Hemsworth gets in I don't want to like spoil too much, but the first big fight he gets into with a lot of these different guys, and just like how he moves and his gunplay, and I love just how like I guess it's that CQC, close quarters combat, mm-hmm. when you're in there and it's like you have a pistol and a knife, and it's like what are you going to do with all this with all these guys around you?
Is that a COD term?
No, it's legit. Like CQC is a real thing. Yeah. And yeah, so like that was awesome. And then you have this absolutely epic, like 15-minute, like it's not a true one-shot sequence, obviously, but it goes from like a car chase, then into a shootout in a building, then it finishes off with like a knife fight, and mm-hmm. it's all just awesome, and it is exhausting, but I loved every second of it. There was shaky cam. It's not like taken.
It wasn't terrible shaky cam.
Yeah, but like it is shaky.
It was like tolerable shaky cam.
Yes.
But that tolerable shaky cam went on for so fucking long, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And once it finally stopped, I was like, finally. I was like, Christ. But I do applaud it.
Yeah.
Because that's not easy to do. It's very ambitious, and I do applaud it.
Well, and then you had the director Sam Hargrave, who, if you get the chance, if anybody has seen Extraction already, go online. There's like a half-hour video of like the making of like just that sequence, mm-hmm. and he is like at the forefront of this whole thing. Like when that car chase starts, what you see filming, he's literally strapped to the front of a car, and he's filming as this car chase is going on. It's insane.
It's fucking awesome.
But it's so cool though. Yeah, I absolutely love that.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it absolutely should be.
Get in all the grime and muck.
In terms of looking at this movie, my two greatest strengths is the direction. Mm-hmm. And it's Chris Hemsworth's performance, because mm-hmm. I think he anchors the movie, and it's not like that he's the most recognizable face in the movie, and not that the actors that they put around him are bad. But he just sticks out to me in terms of like what he brings and the weight he brings to the character, because he doesn't have a ton to work with, and his character is kind of a cliche in terms of how he's written, but he brings that level of depth and the type of intensity and the emotional weight that you need for that character. And I think he does a fantastic job. It's probably like, I love that character, and I would love to see him do more roles like this.
Yeah, but like you were saying, it's a character we've seen many times.
Yes.
But again, like I was saying before, it's like, it's like you're not really asking for much from a directing standpoint. Mm-hmm. Like you bring enough, and like you said, Chris Hemsworth is obviously like probably the most. Obviously, I'm not really too. I know that some of the other actors are pretty big in the Indian film world, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so too.
So, but he is obviously, like you said, the most recognizable face, and he's probably
at least for us.
For us, exactly, for us, and from our perspective, the most experienced. Mm-hmm. For all we know, some of those other actors have like a bigger resume, and like. You know, like speaking for now, from what we're aware of, he's probably the one that kind of brings the most experience, the most weight to the screen, and it's not like you're asking for much. It's like, you know, just a little bit of emotion here and there. Keep it simple. What you're really looking for is the physicality, and he obviously brings that. And the other actors, some of those other did a great job. I was like watching this guy, and I'm like, yo, put this guy in a Mortal Kombat movie, like right now.
There's the one guy. His character's name is Saju. I don't want to butcher the actor's actual name. But he plays.
What else has he been in? I haven't had a chance to. I know this motherfucker's been in something that I've seen, but I can't point it out, and I haven't had a chance to.
I mean, majority of his IMDb is you know, I think a lot of stuff from India, like films from India. So I don't know if it's anything.
I know this guy from somewhere. But I'll figure it out though.
But he's, you know, he brings a very intimidating presence, and there's a couple scenes where he has to go up against Chris Hemsworth, and he holds his own. So I really enjoyed him. Same thing with the character. Her name's Nick Khan. I don't want to butcher the actress's actual name. But she's kind of the one that's helping Hemsworth.
I know her for something else too.
Yeah, but I enjoy her as well. Mm-hmm. I thought she was really good. The only one that I really didn't like was the guy that played like the drug lord. I wasn't too much of a fan of him.
But again, that's what you're saying. Like you just have this guy, you're just like, he's just there.
Yeah.
You know, like no offense to Sam Hargraves, but or the story in general. Like the story is very like kind of like a simple. There's not really much going on, so you're just really working with kind of generic characters in like almost a generic story. Right. So it's really like you're just there as the antagonist. Be there.
So then with that, let's jump into the screenplay, because it was written by Joe Russo, which was a little bit of a shock. But then again, you know, as much as we love the Russo brothers because they've done just amazing work in the MCU.
In the MCU.
But the writing in this was just very plain and bland and cliche, and it was a little surprising to have it come from them when they've worked with, you know, great writers writers for Marcus and McFeely. You know, so to kind of see that, it was a little shocking to me that there wasn't more put into it.
Not just that, but also like if you're someone who's been around Hollywood for so long, I would feel like you should almost have this sort of mindset of like, we've kind of seen this before, or some of these actors or these actors, or not actors, I'm sorry, some of these characters or these character arcs are very generic. Like I would feel like you're kind of like almost a veteran director at this point, especially handling like big budget, big productions. Like, you know, be a little more weary of some of the things that you're writing. But also just that, look, I've been saying it, you know, I've been saying this for a long time. I am not sold on the Russo brothers outside of Marvel. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I love them. I think they've done fantastic work in the MCU, giving us some of the greatest moments in film, some of the greatest moments in a theater. Right. Like you were there when we saw Endgame. I screamed when Cap picked up that hammer. Right. But just I was always kind of on the fence with them when it came to outside the MCU, and 21 Bridges obviously didn't go so well. I haven't seen it, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
Right. But just from reviews and things like that.
And from what I've heard, it wasn't good.
Do too hot.
And now this, if you look at their previous films before the MCU, well, I think they only had one. It was just You, Me, and Dupree, I believe.
Which I love You, Me, and Dupree.
It's
not the greatest comedy, but I just have this love for that movie.
I hate the ending of the movie. When everything's happening.
He's throwing 7 different kinds of smoke.
Yeah, oh my
Come
God.
on, bro. That's so good.
It did not work for me. Like, this is so stupid.
Oh, no.
For me, it didn't work. I'm sorry.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it.
I'm glad you love it.
Yeah.
I do. For me personally, it just didn't work. And, they have more stuff coming out. We'll see how things go. But
they have that production company now.
They have a production company. They have Cherry, which apparently they're saying Tom Holland's
I hear good things.
We'll see. I never go into a movie based off. I always go in with like a clean slate. I never go like, if I don't like something or I don't like someone or something wasn't good to me, like not good to me. If something didn't work well with me previously, it doesn't mean I'm gonna bring it into the next, whatever thing we're experiencing watching. But like we were saying, like the script was a little generic and it was a little basic and simple and plain, but maybe that's a script that Hargreaves needed. Because like we said, he is an action director, so give the guy a simple story, something that he doesn't need too much to work with, where he can really put his strengths to it.
Right.
And maybe for all we know, that's probably the mindset going into the whole writing process.
Right. Mm-hmm. We are horrendous with like our rating system when it comes to movies. Like we have not like locked down anything that's been like complete yet. So if you were to give this movie a rating, what would you give it?
If I were to give it how about this? What's it now or on Tomatoes?
I think it last I checked it was like 63. I don't know if it's still that, but
6.3.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
I think 6.3 sounds about right. Like we said, action was good. It's pretty much it's gonna be the whole movie itself is sold on the action.
Yeah.
And a lot of the fighting sequences, the choreography, the physicality of the film. I'll go 6.1.
Okay.
6. That's still lower. Fresh, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 6.1.
I'd probably go like a flat 7, even though that's like a rookie score. Like I can forget some of like the cliche stuff. It's a movie that I would probably go back and like rewatch sequences like on YouTube.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Like there's like certain sequences that I'm definitely going to go back and check
and then
out.
just kind of like fast forward through like some of the other stuff.
Yeah, like for me, like the ending or like the kind of third act action sequence worked for me.
Yeah,
so much more than the long track shot because that was more like controlled and condensed.
Right,
and it kind of played out a little bit better. It just flowed. Well,
that's the thing with the one shot too is that it's made to look like a one shot, but it's not as polished as some of the other ones are when it comes to hiding those cuts. Because sometimes when you can tell like there's a little mixture of CG in there and a couple other things to really hide like the cuts, and you can see it,
which is standard.
Like it's fine. Yeah. It's not like it's terrible or anything because like everything they do in it is just amazing.
It's like when we were saying about the Daredevil scene, like you can't nitpick at those things,
right?
Like if because you're really working with like a kind of contained sort of structure in the way everything's going to play out and everything is mapped out. So like you have to make this fake punch look as believable as possible, and maybe it doesn't look real, but you just got to keep going,
right?
But you can't hate on it for that.
Yeah, no.
The only reason it's for me it was just exhausting. I'm like, I like this and I appreciate it. It's ambitious, it's great, but like pump the fucking brakes because like I'm getting tired, right? But yeah, that was great, cool, awesome. But then like we were saying, like the third act was a little more condensed, more not condensed, like more controlled, more kind of compacted. It kind of just flew better in the way just kind of everything played out back and forth between the characters. Like that for me worked better than the long shot. Right. But I appreciate the long shot's ambitiousness, pretty much.
Cool. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching our review of Extraction. Please subscribe and like and comment and talk to us and whatever else. I don't know. We're in quarantine right now.
If you want to make fun of Nick's shirt, make fun of Nick's shirt.
Don't make fun of my shirt, dude. This is
some people awesome may not like Arnie. What was the first thing I said on the show? What'd
you say?
Not since Predator.
Oh, yes.
That's 2 people. So now I have to get a shirt with Dylan's face on it.
You do?
Yeah, I'm the brown one in this group anyway, so I might as well. So yeah. Now I gotta find a cool Dylan shirt.
You do. I think there might be one on his website. I think there's one where.
But
it's
which
like,
one do I get? Like, do I get Rocky? Do I get Dylan? Like, do I get Apollo Creed? Do I get Dylan? Do I get the Mandalorian, the character that he plays in the Mandalorian?
Oh, true.
Do I get Chubbs from Happy Gilmore?
Dude, you should.
There's so many fucking characters.
So many options.
Maybe I should just like Photoshop my own kind of like Hollywood squares of like all his different characters.
You could,
and just put them. I should.
Dude, Carl Weathers is the man.
He is the man. And a toy in Toy Story is named after him, thanks to Tom Hanks, who is going to single-handedly save us.
Save us.
He's going to save us. Yeah. This review is got legs, my guy. It's just running.
It's gone off the rails.
It's just running. It's gone off the rails.
I don't care though.
I gotta hide the White Claw logo. Please don't sue us, White Claw. Please don't sue us.
But that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Please check us out on the next one.
Cut it off its head. Cut it off its head.
Cut off its head. Close us out, Martin. Close us out. Put you on the spot.
We just cut it off, but you cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place. So now let's go for like another 30 minutes. I'm just kidding.
I can't want it anymore.
I'm just kidding. Everyone, take care. We'll see you guys soon. We got some more stuff coming. We got another episode coming that we've been editing for like ever.
It's a big episode, though.
It's a big fucking episode.
Yeah, it's a big episode.
Nick just kills my hard drive with these fucking files. Sorry for swearing so much, but we're the effing nerds. We do. But yeah, we'll see you soon. Everyone stay safe. We love you. Take care. And Nerds Nation, baby.
Nerds Nation.